So, okay, this is part two. Yeah, so with money, I just want to blow it. So what I've learned to do is, like, I primarily make my income through my school's refund checks. Usually get a couple $1,000s back, and I'll pay my rent through the entire semester, along with enough money to hopefully cover my utilities as well. And then whatever's left, I get it in a money order or cashier's check or whichever, depending on how much it is. And then I send it to my mom or my parents. My parents are still married, so, but my mom's mainly the one who does this. And what happens is every week, on Sunday when my parents go to the grocery store to get their groceries, Walmart sells. I've gotten a prepaid credit card, and I mean, I have a bank account, which I'll talk about in a second. But I send the money to my mom, and then every week she gets a certain amount of money to put on my prepaid credit card, and she buys the she pays however much, gets an authorization code, sends it to me, and then I punch in the code on my end, and then my card's ready to go. Recently I've gotten some money, and I put it in my bank. So far, let's see, it's been, that was on like Wednesday, and I've only bought like 2 things, and, wait, maybe only one. I think all I've bought, no, I've bought Starbucks and a patty melt from Whataburger, because I didn't have anything else to eat for lunch. So I've done really well. I mean, it's been, 4 or 5 days, and I haven't gone crazy and spent all my money. So I'm pretty proud of that. This is my first time in over a year since I've had my own money, that I've tried keeping track of it. I've devised a system, started this when I first moved back to Nacogdoches into my apartment. I take an Excel spreadsheet, and I put the date, what I bought, and how much it cost, and I do that month by month. I only, I'll make one spreadsheet for August, September, and I stopped doing that for, I guess it was almost a year. Now I'm back to doing that since I have my own money, and I just feel like I haven't been keeping the best track of and using my money as wisely as I possibly could have. I mean, like, I have to say that a good 90% of the money that I get each week goes to groceries, and to keep food in my apartment, and, toilet bowl cleaner, toilet paper, stuff like that. That's what I buy. That's what 90 to 99% of my money goes towards. Occasionally I'll buy some ice cream, or, from Sonic, or a patty melt, or, a Starbucks. Occasionally I'll buy something like that, but, I found that keeping this Excel spreadsheet keeps me a lot more accountable to, 1, how much I'm spending, and 2, where my money's going. And, personally, I'm blessed with immense support from, not only just my mom, but my grandma, my aunt, my great aunt. She's probably bipolar, but she's never been diagnosed, and she's 70 years old, so Even if she was diagnosed now, she's probably still set in her ways. But she also has the problem, like I remember when I was growing up, she had the problem with money. She would go out and buy all these new clothes, new dishes, dinner plates and stuff. Um, just tons and tons of random stuff. And then specifically clothes, I remember she wouldn't wear them, and then she'd just end up taking these, this $100 skirt suit to Goodwill and just giving it away with the price tags and everything still on it, or still in the plastic wrap from the store. And so finally, my aunt started giving the stuff to my mom, or giving my mom first pick before she just took it to Goodwill normally. But my aunt still does this. She'll go out and buy stupid stuff. I don't think it's as bad as it was when she was a little bit younger, when I was a kid, but she still does it. And my mom's admitted to me now that she's had problems with money, but over the years she's learned, not knowing she was bipolar, but she's learned how to control her spending. And now I'm having to learn what works for me. And so far what works for me is giving my mom all my money. And then my mom doesn't like doing it. She thinks I'm stable enough to where I can do it myself. But sorry, I'm done with that cigarette. But she thinks, I'm stable enough now to where I can handle my money. And there's been a couple times, like specifically with the money that's in my bank account right now, I was starting to feel really manic right before I put it into my bank account. And I was looking on the internet for stuff to buy and, all this. And I told my mom, I don't want it. I don't want it. Because it's a couple, I think I have about $200 and something dollars in there. And, I don't want it. But I've decided just this one time, the test drive, handling my own money, I think whenever it comes to my refund check, I'm still going to send it all to her, because thousands of dollars, I don't think I could handle. I'd probably spend a good $1,000 on stupid stuff. I remember when I was at SFA in 2006, my mom had told me to take my refund check, go open a bank account, and I think she said to spend like $200 on whatever I wanted. And it was about a $1,500 refund check. And after I had failed and it was time to withdraw the money, I went to check my balance, and out of $1,500, when I was only supposed to spend $200, I had spent $1,000, and I only had $500 left. And I think that's when I realized I had a problem with spending, and but I still didn't know at that time that I was bipolar. And so yeah, this is how I deal with my money. I take 9 different medications a day. I take 2 depression medications, 1 at night and 1 in the morning. The Wellbutrin helps keep me awake since I take so many sedating medications at night. It helps keep me alert and awake. 2 depressions, an ADD. I take Vyvanse for ADD. I take Ambien and Ativan. Ativan for anxiety. Oh my gosh, my social anxiety was so bad. Like, before I started taking that, I could pretty much not go to Walmart by myself. Like, that was a huge deal. And like, just going to the grocery store just to buy, some body wash would freak me out. Subconsciously, like, I didn't realize that it was social anxiety and that it was a problem. But after taking Ativan, I can go to the grocery store by myself. I know that's a little weird, but it's true. And I take Geodone for the bipolar, which I believe controls the mania. I take a birth control. I take an anti-inflammatory. Being a competitive swimmer just messed up my shoulders. And then one of my medications makes me itch like crazy. And I do have skin allergies, so I take an anti-itch. But when I do scratch any part of my body, I won't show you, but if I get an itch right here on my arm, I'll scratch it, and then it'll turn bright red with these streaks of red where my nails went. That still happens because of the skin allergies, but I don't have this full body itch that I had before. I have an itch on my stomach right now, but before I would just sit there and scratch and scratch and scratch at my legs and my arms and my back, and now I don't do that. But for me, I know there's a lot of bipolar people who prefer not to take medications, but medications have worked for me. They've worked miracles, I feel like. If it wasn't for all these medications, I know it's a lot, and I've had a doctor when I first moved here who wanted to take me off all of them because he said I was just on too many. But since I've returned to school, I have yet to fail a class. I've taken 4 if you separate the summer sessions, semesters worth of classes, and I have passed all of them. I have found that my maximum is three different classes, however many hours that equals. That's usually somewhere between 9 and 11 hours. And so I take anywhere from 9 to 11 hours, the equivalent of 3 college classes. And if I take more than 3 college classes, everything just falls apart, and I get really frustrated and overwhelmed, and I stop doing work for this class and then stop doing work for this class, and then I just fail. And so I've limited myself to 3 classes a semester, 1 class per summer, which I'm very proud of this past summer. I just ended on the 11th, I think, of August, and I made an A in my business communication class and a B in my communication law class, which the communication law, I was expecting a C, because that's what I had all semester, and I was very surprised that apparently my final and my final paper that I wrote bumped me up to a B. I was very excited, and my parents were very proud. But yeah, I love sharing my story with other people because I feel like if I can save a life or, help somebody else gain the control that I've managed to gain over my disorder, then my job, that helps give me fulfillment in my life, because I have struggled. I've struggled with suicide. I've struggled with psychiatric hospitalization, physical altercations with my parents. I feel like I've been at rock bottom. I really have, and here I am now doing wonderfully. I don't have the greatest social life. I don't necessarily have a lot of friends, but the friends I do have are very close and very genuine. And yes, I would like to go out, maybe to a bar more often or to dinner more often. A lot of that is hindered by my financial situation, but I'm doing really well, and I'm very proud of where I'm at. So I might make some more videos later on, but I have to start dinner, so I'll talk to y'all later.